Hey guys, it's Ryan with AIinsidertips.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you what I like to call the ultimate AI content hack. Now, there's a lot of different terms you could throw out for what I'm about to show you, but long story short, what you're going to learn in this video is how to repurpose one long-form version of content, be it a YouTube video or a podcast, for example, and how you can use AI to repurpose that into dozens, if not hundreds of variations of short-form content. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do for my process on my podcast, for instance. So here's an episode from my podcast. It's called The Marketing Quacks. Basically, I'll leave this in the description below if you guys are curious, but basically the goal of my podcast is to expose the quacks and gimmicks in marketing. And in this episode, I had on a guy named Kyle Roof, very well known in the SEO space. Great episode. Give it a listen. But anyways, if I want to repurpose this long form video into social media posts for my LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, chop this video up into short form clips for Instagram Reels, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, for example, or even generate this into some SEO optimized blog post as a written version, for instance, I can do all that with AI in a matter of minutes. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do this. So first things first, what I like to do with every long form video is chop it up into short video clips. And to do this, I use a tool called Opus Clip. Now, there are other tools out there that do the same thing. I'm on the $19 a month plan, but you can actually get the free trial of this and try a couple of videos. So what you can do is copy and paste your YouTube video link. You can upload the MP4 file, and in a matter of about 15 minutes, it chops it up using AI to give me 20-ish short clips that I can then share on my socials. So it generates an optimized title, an optimized description. It even grades the videos based on the hook, the flow, engagement, the trend. It adds subtitles. There's all sorts of these presets that you can use for subtitles. It optimizes it for mobile. And even better, you can integrate your social media accounts. Instagram Reels. I think you can do Facebook Watch now. If I click Add Account, you can do Facebook now. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all the other platforms that love short form video. That is a hot trend right now. And so you see here, it has these SEO optimized titles, these SEO optimized descriptions, and you can definitely come in here and tweak it to whatever language you want. But the best part yet is you can schedule these. So if I go in here, I can schedule content for months and months on end. And you'll see I have the calendar open here. What I've done is I've actually scheduled out all of my content up until August 22nd, which is most of the month of August. I did this in a matter of an hour. I went through my podcast episodes, chopped it up, and then scheduled out all this content across my social platforms for about a month or so. So a very, very powerful tool. And that's the very first thing that I do when it comes to repurposing my long form video is using a tool like Opus Clip to chop it up into short clips and then have it scheduled out on a calendar for months on end. Now, in addition to short form video clips, you can also repurpose a long form video into short form text outputs. Now, what do I mean by this? So I have a custom GPT here called Video to Blog Post Converter. So I actually have one pre-made here where it says repurpose my podcast transcript to a blog post. And I'm going to go ahead and click that. So it says, please provide the podcast transcript and target keyword. I'm actually just going to give it the title here because there's really no target keyword in this case. I'm going to give it the title. I'm going to say, podcast title, paste it in there, and then I'm going to give it the transcript, come back to my video. And if you don't know how to find the transcript, you can click more, and it should be right here where it says show transcript under transcript. So click show transcript. On the right hand side, it should populate the transcript. Come down here, copy and paste the entire transcript. So I'm going to copy, come back to ChatGPT, make sure transcript is spelled correctly. Paste that transcript in, click enter, and now it's going to generate an SEO optimized blog post based on the transcript of this podcast or whatever the long form video is that you provide. And so here it's just going to go through all the things we talked about, right? Introduction to Kyle Roof, high voltage SEO. We talked about that. His SEO journey, the current state of SEO, future proofing. And all sorts of things that we talked about in this podcast that now took that long form video and then optimized it and repurposed it into an SEO optimized blog post. So really cool here. But let's take this to another step. Let's say you want LinkedIn content that you can post from this, right? So now I'm going to say, great, based on this output, can you help me generate 5 LinkedIn posts that I can use to help promote this podcast episode. Make sure to sound human-like in your outputs, and don't exceed 300 characters. And guys, sorry, I'm just going on here. These are just things that I would do when I'm normally prompting these tools, just so you can see what I'm doing. And so here it's giving me now SEO optimized, or excuse me, just optimized LinkedIn posts. But I don't want hashtags or emojis. So no hashtags or emojis. And then it'll get rid of those hashtags and emojis. So now it's giving me 5 post ideas that I could do on LinkedIn to promote my podcast episode. Just released a new Marketing Quacks podcast episode featuring SEO expert Kyle Roof. Dive in to future-proof your site. Don't miss out. Insert link. And it's giving me all sorts of these variations and ideas that I can use to help promote my episode, right? Just a really, really cool option here based on just one long-form video. I now have an SEO-optimized blog post, and I also have social media posts to help promote the episode, whether that's LinkedIn, X, or Twitter, Facebook. And I also have all these short clips that I can post on any relevant platform as well. You can also do the same thing with Claude. I know I was just on ChatGPT, but you can also repurpose content the same exact way that I just showed using Claude as well. I'd recommend using a Claude project for this. I have a tutorial on how to build Claude projects, so you can find that link in the video description below. That way you can make these outputs sound as close to you as possible. You'll see here on the right, I have all of these different data or knowledge where I've trained Claude to sound like me as best as possible. I also added a lot of parameters. But regardless, guys, I keep rambling. You can also use Claude in addition to ChatGPT to repurpose a long form video into a blog post, social media post. Heck, you could even do an email newsletter or any other form of written content that exists. But anyways, guys, that's it. That is what I like to call the ultimate AI content hack, where you can essentially take one long-form version of content, preferably a video, like a podcast, for instance, and then repurpose that using the transcription into short clips using Opus Clip. And then you can also repurpose that into written content like a blog post, like social media posts, like a newsletter, right? For instance, that's what I like to call the ultimate AI content hack, taking one long form of content and then leveraging AI to chop it up and repurpose it in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. So I hope you guys followed along. I hope this all makes sense. I'm sorry I talk a little fast in these videos, trying to get all of my thoughts out. But I appreciate you if you've made it this far. Be sure to subscribe to my channel at AI Insider Tips if you haven't already. I'm going to bring more AI tutorials just like this one for you guys in the near future. Like this video. Comment below if you've actually used AI in a similar instance like this, or if there's something I missed. Let me know in the comments. Curious to hear your guys' thoughts. But again, guys, this is Ryan, and I hope you all have a great day.